stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, barely, still, for some of us. Hope everybody's having a good day. Mine is going much better, feeling much better today. Still a little bit, but I'm not feeling dizzy. Not feeling dizzy. So that's a good start. No, wrong person. There we go. All right. Got a lot of decisions. Whoa, a bunch of people showed up. Now I got decisions to make today. Actually, I think it's more like not decisions, but an organizing. Feels like everything's a little separated, so I got to start bringing these things together. Hey, Trevor, welcome, man. Welcome. It's good to have you. Good morning. Good afternoon, Patricia. Good to see you as always. Good to have you. I usually get started about 3-minute mark, so about 30 more seconds. And hi, Amber. Just as a quick review here for anybody that's new. What I do is I share my experience, my strength, and my hope. And you may have a different experience, or maybe it's similar. And feel free to chat. If you have something to say on something, feel free to say it. I'll be happy to put it up. I do this to get us thinking. I do this to get us going. Hi, Ann. It's always good to see you. Man, I got a lot of neat people showing up today. Thank you, God. Thank you, man. I kind of needed it. Yesterday was tough, man. That was not easy. Trying to come off of head meds and stuff, but I need to be off them. Not all the way off them. Not all the way. I was on such a high dose, I wasn't able to reach a lot of my intuitive stuff, and it was really bothering me. And I feel like I'm getting that back now, but I may seem a little anxiety-like. I don't have anxiety, but anyway, enough about Dion. Let's do some introductions and get started. We were way past the 3-minute mark. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host today. If you're here, please say hello. Everybody's already been doing that, whether you're watching live or the rewatch. And if you feel like somebody if you feel like this might help other people, please feel free to share it. It's the best way to help us out. So, let's get started. Today's reading is out of the Daily Reflection for August 15th, and we're going to go to the 12 by 12, page 80. This is a 12 by 12. Hey, Kyler. Good to see you. Now let's see if I can wrap this up before the noon meeting for everybody. Page 80. And of course, we're going to be in step 8 because it's the 8th month. So, it wants me to do page 80. So, all right, this works right here. I'm just going to, for anybody that wants to follow along, I'm in the 12 by 12 at the top of page 80. I don't know where we got these colors. Well, we got them from Canes, I guess, but I never went to Canes, so kind of cool. Anyway, it's what we call living cheaply. Anyway, all right, page 80. While the purpose of making restitution to others is paramount, it is equally necessary that we extricate from an examination of our personal relations every bit of the information about ourselves and our fundamental difficulties that we can. All right. In other words, don't get into particulars. Particulars are no good. Okay. Particulars, my sponsor taught me about the particulars when I was doing my 4th step. He said, Dion, stay away from particulars. Particulars will do you no good. And he's absolutely right. Because even being taught how to approach people or anything else, you don't approach with a specific problem. That's not how it's done. It's the behavior that's involved, right? Well, you did this to me and it made me feel this way. Stop. It's enough. You can mess around in when I'm done. Kitty catch up. But yeah, we're bored. We're bored, Dad. Okay. So we don't get into particulars because they start fights. Wow, this guy's like literally bouncing off the wall. He came running in here, jumped, bounced off the wall, and ran back out of the room. I'm shutting the door. He's nuts today. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. If I was drinking, I'd just be getting mad about that stuff. Stuff's funny. All right. Because particulars starts fights. That's why. You remember that one time? No. We also don't do that because of war stories or morbid reflection. All right. Since defective relations with other human beings have always nearly been the immediate cause of our woes, including our alcoholism, no field of investigation could yield more satisfying and more valuable rewards than this one. It's true. It's true. The power of forgiveness is phenomenal. Not only is it phenomenal, it's freedom. Everything we do just makes us more free. That's all it does. You're supposed to be free of all these things so that you can do the things in life that you're actually supposed to be doing. See, that's why that other life, it felt unnatural because it wasn't natural. Even though it seemed like the only normal one to us, it still felt unnatural, didn't it? Didn't it feel like everything just wasn't supposed to be happening this way? Because it wasn't. Calm, thoughtful reflection upon personal relations can deepen our insight. We can go far beyond these things which were superficially wrong with us, to see those flaws which were basic, flaws which sometimes were responsible for the whole pattern of our lives. Thoroughness, we found, will pay, and pay handsomely. It's all about thoroughness. We started thoroughness in step 4. You must learn how to be thorough. What is thoroughness? Rigorous honesty. That thoroughness is rigorous honesty. It's the same thing. They just didn't want to say rigorous honesty 50 million times. It's the same thing. You must be rigorously honest with yourself about the situation. You've probably done more harm than you know. Listen. Why are you going to want to listen to that? Because it's going to hurt. Okay? Because we don't want to repeat it. See, I've done 9 steps sometimes, and they pointed out behavior I didn't recognize. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes it hurts. I just did a 9th step with my daughter, and it was just her yelling at me for about 15 minutes. I cried, but I listened. And now we're healing. And you know what? She was right with everything she had to say. And I told her so. I'm like, you are correct. All those things happen. And your feelings are absolutely correct. And here comes the meat of the talk. So we might ask ourselves what we mean when we say that we have harmed other people. What kinds of harm do people do to one another anyway? To define the word harm in a practical way, we might call it result of instincts and collision, which cause physical, mental, and emotional or spiritual damage to people. Okay. Remember that there's always four ways. There's always four ways. It's always physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Remember, we work with the X factor here. Without our spirituality, kind of dead in the water. We don't have much beyond that, right? We do. But with spirituality, boom, you become unstoppable, man. You do. I do. Man, there have been people trying to get me out of this for years. They can do nothing. What are you going to be able to do? Keep talking, keep doing, keep copying, keep doing it. Go for it. It's just not going to work. Well, won't. Because the thoroughness wasn't put into it. Even when I do this, I'm thorough. I read it all. Okay. If our tempers are consistently bad, we arouse anger in others. Yeah. Yep. Anger spreads like wildfire. Oh, that person pissed me off. Now I'm going to piss the next person off. Then it begins, and then it's just one person beating the next person, right? There's a cartoon out there where a man is getting berated by his boss. So he turns around and he berates his wife. The wife then turns around and berates the children. The children then turn around and berate the dog. See how it just continues to go? And that's what we were doing in life. We were destroying not only our family, but other families, other people around us, close friends, bosses, acquaintances, people that relied upon us. Hey, Gary, good to see you, man. If we lie and cheat, we deprive others not only of their worldly goods, but of their emotional security and peace of mind. We really issue them an invitation to become contemptuous and vengeful. If our sex conduct is selfish, we may excite jealousy, misery, and strong desire to retaliate in kind. The opposite is true. You can spread love, joy, happiness, contentment, security. Yeah. You can help provide security for people. How? You pick this up and you call. Yesterday, a lot of people were encouraging me. Dion, you can do this. You got this. Right? I was detoxing from duloxetine. Yesterday sucked. It did. But I did it. I'm feeling 80% better, which means I can do what I need to do today. Right? If I need to go lay down, I go lay down. Whatever I need. Right? Okay. I had been to 8-step meetings, always thinking I really haven't harmed many people, mostly myself, really. And you haven't done a 4-step. Well, he said they're going to 8-step meetings. Okay. See, that's what I have to control when I'm not on my head meds, is my little snide comments. Nobody likes snide comments either. Okay. But the time came when I wrote my list out, and it was not as short as I thought it would be. Oh, you didn't follow they didn't follow the big book. Anyway, that's okay. It's all right. If you want to burn your 4-step and your 8-step list, you go for it. If you want to relight, it's your recovery. But I follow the big book, and the big book says that my grudge list is my 8-step list, and then I'm probably gonna have to add on. Okay. I either liked you, disliked you, or needed something from you. It was that simple. People hadn't done what I wanted them to do, and intimate relations were out of hand because of my partner's unreasonable demands. Were these sins of omission? Because of my drinking, I had dropped out. There we go. Never sending cards, returning call. Yeah, I didn't. I still suck at that. I don't send out cards and things like that. People send them to me like Christmas cards. Just never really been big into it. Okay. But if you're my friend and I see you hurting on Facebook, you're probably going to hear from me. So being there for people. Oh, it was on the list anyway. Or taking part in their lives. What a grace it has been to look at these relationships, to make my inventories and quiet, alone with God, with the God of my understanding, go forth daily with the willingness to be honest and forthright in my relationships. You know, yesterday I got to be forthright and honest about what was going on with me. And guess what? People gathered around and took care of my stuff. I got up this morning and I was thinking, you know what? It is so freaking cool that it doesn't require Dion to be somewhere for it to happen. It makes me happy. I know it sounds weird, but when it comes to trudging together, everybody seems to think that Dion needs to be there. And no, he doesn't. Right? I'm usually the lead in the big book study, and somebody else took it over. That's okay. People volunteered to take over certain things, and it went great. That's what's beautiful in this life. That's what matters to me. Knowing that when we do something, that no matter what else is going on, we're helping someone currently. So that means that trudging together is getting to the place where it's helping somebody almost 24 hours a day. And that is the goal. It's about to happen. It's been about to happen for years. But no, I mean, yeah, the website's almost done. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I don't know if they're just copying mine, like the verbiage. I don't know, because the verbiage on my website sucks, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's just neat to see all these people say, yes, we need this stuff. 21st, I hope, is when we put out our first podcast for the fentanyl awareness. Why? Because it is Fentanyl Awareness Day. Andrea is so excited to start this. I have a feeling it's going to be bigger than it should be. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be extremely informative. But I'm going to let you know, Dion's going to be a little bit meaner in those. Prevention is a different type of thing. It's about scaring people. It's how prevention works. There'll be hard stories. That's how it works. Got to do it. Right? And just putting that together took a lot of thoroughness. That's why I didn't do the event in person. I couldn't complete the thoroughness. Love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Love you guys and gals. Guys, gals. I love you all. There we go. I always have such a hard time making sure everybody's included. I guess the word all works. There we go. Found a good one. I love you all. Have a day. Peace out and have a day. Bye-bye.